very important gigantic commission, was burned by the revolutionaries because it depicted the royalty. So it was art being destroyed because it stood for the wrong things, which is always wrong. And, you know, I'm going to add my political 2 cents. Okay, put it in a museum and show us and tell us why the people depicted in the painting or in the statues, why they, you know, tell the full story. That's what you need to do, not destroy it. So, and of course, the artist, Adelaide, was, you know, absolutely just devastated by this. And the way that Gabriela painted it, it's just beautiful. You know, she's got her gorgeous gown here, which was inspired by a painting by Gabrielle, or by Adelaide. And then she's got this smoke and fire here, which doing that in oil paint, that's a tough thing. Also the beautiful way that she did the jacket of the soldier doing the burning. This is a gorgeous painting, and I'm so thrilled that Gabriela has this in the permanent collection of the Butler. I'm going to skip down just a quickie here to Max Ginsberg's, which whenever I come to the Butler, this is also one of the ones that I purposely seek out and look at. This is a absolute classic, gorgeous Max Ginsberg painting called Park Bench 04. Now, and this one's beautiful too. Oh, where's the label? There's no label. But this is also one of my favorites. So let's now go into the Butler Midyear show. Now, the Butler Midyear show has the distinction of being a show that I was rejected from this year. So, obviously the judges are blind. No, actually, I get rejected from things all the time. Sometimes I get accepted, sometimes I get rejected. And this is the juror statement. If you want to, William Underwood Eiland, and he was the juror from, the Georgia Museum of Art at the University of Georgia. One of the things when I enter a show, I'm just going to walk through a little bit and just chat and show it. One of the things that I do when I enter a show is I Google the judge, and I see what kind of thing they might like. I never paint for the show, but I pick for the show because it doesn't make sense to pick something you think the judge is going to reject, because there goes your fee. So the museum that he is the director of has a lot of beautiful Renaissance work, like Renaissance realism that is, the kind I'm not going to say I do Renaissance work, but it has a lot of that. It's not more of an abstract kind of a museum. So I figured that some of my iconic Madonna-like things with gold leaf might just fly with this juror. So that was the kind of pieces that I entered, but I guess I calculated wrong. But you know what? That's what happens. If you get accepted to everything, it means you're aiming too low. This one is a very cool piece, Tony Reinemann's Long Island City. It's pretty intense. Here. Then we also have this one I thought was very, very cool. It's, here we go. It is William Daniel Simon's Cadmium Orange on the Landscape. And it's surveyors. It's a really lovely figurative piece that kind of reminds you of, the drive over, because this is orange barrel season here in Ohio. This is also a very cool piece. John Randell Younger from Virginia. This is an international show. The Butler Midyear is international, so they get entries from all over the country. Bill Pappas, who is a fabulous Cleveland photographer, he's taken a lot of iconic pictures of artists from the area, and he's archived at the Artists' Archives of the Western Reserve. Here, we'll go around Round the corner here. Gonna pull you around, show you some of these beauties. And I'm gonna focus in on some of the ones that particularly intrigued me. Oh, this one's best to show. Well, I guess it also intrigued the judges. This is crazy. It's like this amazing painting every single thing you own kind of a thing. It's, you know, a thrift shop, fun, delicious kind of experience. Let's zoom back and see the whole thing, and then after that I'm going to zoom back over and tell you who the artist is, because I did not read that. But it really is a beautiful piece, and it's nice that it's best in show. Margaret Morrison from Bogart, Georgia. Menagerie, which makes sense because there's a ton of different animals and, you know, fancy little trinkets and things. It's amazing. Like this cup. You know, that cup looks like a cup. Like I want a cup of coffee when I look at that. So congratulations to her. Oh, here's one that I thought was interesting and fun. It's called Stars and Bars. Not even going to comment because maybe you can just make it up yourself. Susan Krauss. I'm so happy she got a 3rd place award for this big, beautiful abstract. Thrilled for her. She's also, I believe, an archived artist at the Artist Archives of the Western Reserve. Deborah Butler. This is a painting that I love. Actually, you know what? It is a pastel painting, which is why there's glass on it, which is why you can see my reflections, but it's really beautifully done. Fused glass. We're gonna scope around this room first and then go to the other one. Here's one, a little portrait that I was super intrigued by. It's got so much subtlety and beautiful detail. Really gorgeous, by John Randall Younger. And John Smolko, who was featured in Fine Art Connoisseur about a month or so back. And he's got this amazing, very distinctive colored pencil and oil pastel style that he does. But then when you pull away, there's a lot of little squiggles, and when you pull away, it pulls together, and it's beautiful. Got a couple more portraits here. And then this intriguing, timely, political statement-y piece by J. James from Youngstown. I need ammunition, not a ride. I'm also gonna let you soak this one in, because this is very, 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 very timely. And this one right here is Dean Schaefer. Very beautiful still life. And this one is a little bit more painterly. It's got a nice chunkiness to it, a little bit of a Cezanne, but maybe just a smidge more realistic than Cezanne. All right, let's zip on over. Oh, I'm gonna show you these two right here. Both beautiful photographs. So let's zip on over. Oh, and this one's also gorgeous. Patton Wilson, Sunflowers. It's called Harvest. Then we've got the Vanitas aspect to it. All right, let's go to the other room. At the Butler, there's a couple rooms for these. And I'm going to take a little zoom around. Aida Garrity, who I know from the Portrait Society. She was at one point a protege of Judith Carducci from the mentorship program. There's also some gorgeous pieces here. Arthur Croyle. I'm gonna zoom around. This one is quite a beauty, and it got an honorable mention, Ashtabula Harbor Industrial by Ken Kuhn. And this is a painting. Amazing. And there are people here.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
We've got Birds of a Feather by Arthur Croyle. Oop, right here. The Black Matador by Reginald Allen Williams. Dramatic composition. David Reed. Oh, this one, I wonder if this one might be my favorite in the show. It is John Jude Palancar's Ghost Punch. And John Jude Palancar, I remember him from back in my Illustrator days. He was one of the ones who always had something in the Illustrator annuals when I was, looking at those every single year. And this is just beautiful. It's really amazing. Ghost Punch. And the medium is acrylic on cradled basswood panel. So this is an acrylic painting. But just the level of intricacy, it has an egg tempera feel to it. I don't know if John Jude Palancar does egg tempera, but this definitely has that feel to it, like where you just have to keep on making those strokes. You can't erase them, you can't smudge them, you can't apologize for them like I do with painting all the time. You paint it, you smudge it, it's like forever forgiving. And then here is this beautiful surprise by Mark Giangaspero, who you've seen some of his pieces in my collection. You've seen when I took you to his show at the Cuyahoga Valley Art Center. And this piece called Dave M., I want to say, this is one of his regular models that he has painted many times. And it's just gorgeous. Beautiful. I was so happy that he got into the show. Even if I couldn't be in it, I'm glad he was. Beautiful here. Oh, and Tom Jackson, whom you have seen Tom Jackson's work. In fact, I accepted one of his pieces and two of his pieces and awarded two of them in the Time Will Tell show at Ashland just a few weeks ago. It's a beauty. This little subway scene, Kew Gardens, New York, James Harrington. We've got hitchhikers, little pups. And I'm just going to give a quick little scooperoonie around this. I don't know why I called it a scooperoonie. I'm trying to talk cute and casual, I guess. This is really cool. It's a mixed media piece by Sharon Dundee from Lyndhurst, no less. And I love the collage of this because it's hard to tell what's painted, what's collage, what's type, what's everything. And when you get closer and closer, it's still hard to tell. It's amazing. It's a very beautifully done piece. It's called Mecca. This is another beauty with these amazing intricate birds. And then you've got a couple more portraits. This little Frederick Fochman, a little beautifully understated floral piece. Thomas Turek. And I believe we have covered the whole Butler show, the Butler Midyear show. So I'm going to come on back out. There's lots of other cool stuff in the museum, but I'm not going to walk you through the whole thing. Right here, there's selections from the private collection of David M. and Cecile Draime. And that, I'm just going to show you my favorite piece from this collection. And you'll have to just come see the rest of the show. This little Botero statue standing woman. It has such a not Venus de Milo, what's the Willendorf feel to it. And it's just super, super fun. And it's actually a really beautiful, beautiful collection that they have opened up and let us see in the museum. But you know what? Why don't you guys come and see it for yourself? Now, I'm going to walk through one of the things at the Butler that they have, for better or for worse, is the elevator lobby, where there's a women's room and the elevator lobby. And they always hang good art here. I kind of feel like maybe they shouldn't hang art in the elevator lobby, but right here, they have this beautiful Harvey Dinnerstein underground drumbeat painting. And it's in the elevator lobby. So if you take the elevator or go to the bathroom, you get to see a beautiful piece of art. You just hope that people don't lean back up against it. But there it is. It's really, really cool. And that brings us back to the beginning. These are more pieces from their permanent collection. This is one that I always look at, admire, and drool and marvel at, and am pushed back because they don't give you any secrets. They don't tell you how you did it. It's just, you just marvel at it. This one, on the other hand, right here, is John Koch's music. And this one I love. I love it also because Kathy Rogers loves it. Kathy Rogers used to live in Ohio. She's in Georgia now. And this was one of her favorite paintings, in addition to the sergeants with the horse's butt downstairs. But I'm not going to take you down there because I think you've seen that one before. We've got some other gorgeous pieces. I'm just going to go down this little hallway. Another Harvey Dinnerstein. This one is out in the middle of in a good spot. But I guess they have so much good art, they have to kind of put it in other places, in alternate places. But at least they use all their wall space. There's the Max Ginsburg. And we'll finish up with the Gabriela Gonzales Dellosso's piece. I'm going to flip around again. Whoop. Here. All right. Thank you for joining me for Living Figuratively today. The show's only going to be, the Butler Midyear is only going to be here through the 14th, which is not very long. So you kind of have this weekend and that's it. If you want to see it in person, but maybe you got a good look when I walked you through it. The other thing you want to make plans for is in less than a month, September 10th, the Allied Artists 109th annual show is going to open. And I have a painting in that show, and so do about 25 award winners and all the board members from Allied Artists. I'm one of the board members from Allied Artists. So that show is going to be here from September 10th through October 9th. So make plans to come to the opening September 10th from 1 to 3, I think it is, at the Butler Midyear. And I will probably do a pop-up Living Figuratively from that show too. So see y'all next time. Won't be the same bat time, won't be the same bat channel, but I'll see you next time. Thanks.